Before I get into this ranking video, I have to be real. I'm disappointed in a lot of No Limit fans. I didn't realize the fan base could be so sensitive. No Limit's catalog is massive, and with that much music, you'd think people would welcome different opinions and perspectives. Instead, what I've seen is people recycling the same takes, leaning on nostalgia rather than actually listening to the music. I get it, many of you grew up with certain albums, and they bring back memories. But just because you remember an album from your childhood doesn't automatically make it one of the best. I grew up on No Limit too. I remember Ghetto D, I remember the I'm 'Bout It soundtrack. My dad even had the original Ghetto D cassette with the infamous cover. But memories and popularity don't equal quality. That's the difference with me. I don't base my opinions on record sales, nostalgia, or what's popular. I actually sit down, listen to every album, and revisit every track multiple times so I can give a precise, unbiased critique. My opinions aren't based on what everybody thinks or what a random commenter says. They're based on how I hear the music. And since I know people will ask, let me spoil something now. Ghetto D, the I'm 'Bout It soundtrack, Mystikal's Unpredictable, and TRU's True to the Game are not going to be ranked high. Not because I dislike them, but because they simply aren't the strongest albums from 1996 to 1997 when judged purely on the music. And one last thing, stop being hypocritical about sales. Some of y'all clown Drake fans for bringing up numbers, then turn around and defend No Limit albums with the same logic. It's not about numbers, it's about quality. Now with that being said, let me also shout out the real ones, the new subscribers who've been rocking with me since the last No Limit video. A lot of people don't comment, and that's fine, because I know they appreciate the fact that I'm digging deep into this catalog, and that's what I love about No Limit. There are so many hidden gems waiting to be discovered if you look past the obvious. So if you want surface level opinions and recycled takes, there are plenty of other YouTubers you can watch. But if you want someone who actually breaks down the music, respects the craft, and digs into every corner of the catalog, you're in the right place. With that out the way, let's get into my ranking of No Limit albums from 1996 to 1997. I'ma snatch your heart out your fucking chest. I represent this fucking land. Let's time to battle the best. Mr. Serv-On's debut, Life Insurance, is ambitious but ultimately uneven. At 18 tracks, it feels bloated, weighed down by filler, and an over-reliance on guest features, especially Master P, who shows up on nearly every song. When everything clicks, Serv-On shows real potential. The opener, Let's Get It Started, is an explosive posse cut with Master P, Mia X, and Silk the Shocker that sets a high bar early. My best friend offers heartfelt commentary about his significant other, while It's Real, featuring Brother Lynch Hung, forces everyone to elevate their game. Tracks like Hustlin', Throw Your City Up, and Last Words further hint at Serv-On's capabilities when the production fits his style. But too often, his unique but flat delivery drags songs into monotony. Cuts like Who Raised Me, Die Rich, and Cemetery Made feel lifeless, while even strong concepts like Heaven Is So Close fall apart under weak choruses and mismatched performances. Instrumentation also wavers between inspired and generic. Some beats are soulful or sinister, others sound synthetic and rushed. In the end, Life Insurance is more promising than fulfilling. It flashes brilliance in places, but struggles to define Serv-On's voice within No Limit's crowded roster. A tighter track list and fewer features could have transformed it into a stronger debut. As the first lady of No Limit, Mia X entered her sophomore album Unladylike with something to prove. What she delivered is a project full of highs and lows, part bold showcase of her talent, part overstuffed label sampler. The album opens with You Don't Wanna Go to War, a posse cut with TRU and Mystikal. While the beat is dark and sinister, the chemistry is off, leaving Mia to carry the track on her own. That pattern repeats on songs like The Party Don't Stop, where mismatched guests drag things down. But when Mia takes the spotlight, the results are striking. I Pity You and Who Got the Clout highlight her aggressive delivery and metaphor-heavy style, while her chemistry with Mystikal brings sparks to the record. The deeper cuts are where Unladylike truly shines. I'll Take Your Man 97 reimagines Salt and Pepper with fresh energy, while Hoodlum Poetry delivers a chilling spoken word piece from the perspective of crack cocaine. It's one of the most unique and powerful moments in the No Limit catalog. Rainy Days, You and Me, and R.I.P. Jill further reveal Mia's vulnerability and emotional range, showing she could balance aggression with heartfelt storytelling. Production from Beats by the Pound is hit or miss, sometimes atmospheric and eerie, other times muddy and repetitive. Guest features are plentiful but inconsistent, while Mystikal elevates tracks. Others like Sea Murder or Mr. Serv-On feel forgettable. The sheer number of collaborations also dilutes Mia's presence, which is strongest when she's solo. Unladylike isn't the polished statement it could have been, but it's still a compelling listen. It captures Mia X as both a fierce lyricist and a thoughtful storyteller. With tighter focus, it might have been a better album.
Nigga, I'm the colonel of the motherfucking tank. Y'all have the big things, we have the big bang.
Ghetto D is one of No Limit's most ambitious projects, a sprawling 19-track album that mixes gritty street tales, emotional reflection, and southern anthems with undeniable cultural impact. Master P aims big here, and while the result is uneven, it's also one of his most memorable works. The title track sets the tone immediately, flipping drug dealing into a metaphor for hustling music to the streets. With its Eric B. and Rakim sample and dark ambiance, it establishes the layered themes running through the album. Emotional depth comes through strongest on I Miss My Homies, a heartfelt tribute featuring Pimp C, Silk the Shocker, and a soulful hook from Sons of Funk, Odell, and Moby Dick. It's easily one of the most touching moments in the No Limit catalog. On the other end of the spectrum, posse cuts like Make 'Em Say and Captain Kirk showcase the label's raw energy and chemistry. Make 'Em Say in particular became a cultural anthem, loud, chaotic, and larger than life. P finds a solid balance on tracks like Pass Me the Green and Come and Get Some, where his aggressive vocal delivery finally locks in with the moody production. Unfortunately, that same delivery often becomes a weakness. His signature hype flow, while effective in bursts, grows repetitive and unrefined across the album. Songs like Gangsters Need Love and Only Time Will Tell fall flat because P never adjusts his energy to fit the mood. The guests are also a mixed bag. Mystical, Mia X, and Mac inject fire and precision whenever they appear, while lesser known names like Prime Suspects and Lil Gotti tend to drag songs down with uninspired verses. Production follows a similar pattern. Some tracks are richly layered with eerie melodies and soulful touches, Bourbons and Lax, Throw 'Em Up, while others lean too heavily on gimmicky sounds or underdeveloped ideas. Eyes on Your Enemies, Plan B. At its best, Ghetto D embodies late 90s Southern hip-hop with booming bass lines, haunting atmospheres, and flashes of emotional sincerity. At its worst, it feels bloated, weighed down by filler and inconsistency. Despite its flaws, the album remains a landmark in No Limit's rise, not necessarily because it's flawless, but because it captures the spirit, ambition, and raw intensity of the movement. It's a messy but iconic piece of the label's legacy. Mystikal's Unpredictable is exactly that, wild, unpredictable, and full of raw energy, but it's also uneven. The album thrives on Mystikal's eccentric delivery and emotional intensity, yet its inconsistency prevents it from fully hitting the mark. The project opens strong with tracks like Born to Be a Soldier and the deeply moving Murder 2. Where Mystikal vents about the tragic loss of his sister. Murder 2 stands out as one of the most vulnerable and powerful moments of his career, showing that beneath the hyperactive persona lies genuine emotional depth. Other tracks like Unpredictable, Ain't No Limit, and Ghetto Child play perfectly to his animated style, with beats and hooks that match his frenetic energy. However, Mystikal's signature delivery can also become a liability. Songs like 13 Years, Did I Do It, and You Can't Handle This lean too heavily on yelling and rapid-fire repetition, leaving them feeling one-dimensional despite creative ideas. Guest appearances from No Limit stalwarts, Master P, Silk the Shocker, Mia X, as well as West Coast icons like E40 and Snoop Dogg inject variety, but not all collaborations land memorably. Production throughout the album is consistently inventive, matching Mystikal's unpredictable persona with eerie, playful, and sometimes chaotic beats. The final track, Shine, brings the album full circle, revisiting heartfelt themes from Murder 2 and giving listeners a moment of reflection amidst the chaos. In the end, Unpredictable is a showcase of Mystikal's unique talent, electrifying, intense, and full of personality. But its over-the-top delivery and uneven execution mean that while the album has high points of brilliance, it rarely sustains them. Mystikal's skill is undeniable, even if the album doesn't always hit its potential.
It be so real, niggas don't know the deal, niggas be run. That's why I'm straight top gun.
Skullduggery's Hoodlum Faux Life is a compelling showcase of a rapper with a unique, unmistakable voice. His raspy, aggressive delivery gives the impression of a deranged energy that somehow works across both dark and unexpectedly light instrumentals. The result is a project that often feels unpredictable, keeping listeners engaged even when the subject matter is grim. him. The album leans heavily into the harsh realities of life in Skullduggery's community, reflecting both personal and societal darkness. This consistency, however, can also work against the album, as many tracks revolve around similar themes over middling production, making them good but rarely exceptional. Still, his style is enjoyable and replayable. Even when the songs don't fully hit, his energy carries them. What sets Skullduggery apart is his ability to blend sinister aggression with vulnerability. On Mama Why, he scolds his mother for her neglect, exposing deep personal wounds, while My Shorty captures the transformative impact of becoming a father, combining gritty delivery with heartfelt emotion over lighter production. These moments highlight the depth beneath his dark persona. Some tracks stand out even more due to a perfect alignment of production and performance. Crooked Ass Cops delivers a fast-paced, almost cinematic energy as Skullduggery reflects on police corruption with intensity and skill. Bro and Pen is another high point, blending rapping and harmonizing while tackling the systemic incarceration of black men. The track explores the vicious cycle of limited opportunities and the prison system, showing Skullduggery's ability to tackle socially conscious themes without losing his edge. In conclusion, Hoodlum Faux Life is a strong, entertaining debut that highlights Skullduggery's signature style. While not every track hits its full potential, his combination of aggression, creativity, and occasional vulnerability makes this an album with high replay value and hints at greater things to come. Skullduggery proves himself as a distinct voice in the No Limit roster, and this project leaves listeners eager for more.
We no limit soldiers. Big Pody. We no limit soldiers. Mr. Serv-On.
From the moment the intro hits, True to the Game sets a tone unlike any other No Limit release. While I usually don't rate skits, this one stands out. Sinister instrumentation, echoing gunshots, and Master P schooling his baby son Lil Romeo on hustling haters and values. It's both cute and powerful, a memorable way to open the album. The first real track, No Limit Soldiers, immediately showcases the group's range. Master P's animated freestyle flow dominates, Mia X brings razor-sharp bars, and Silk bends his unorthodox style to the dark piano-driven beat. C Murder unfortunately drags the track down with a flat verse, but overall it's a solid early highlight. Tracks like I Always Feel Like continue the paranoia theme with suspenseful production, reminiscent of Ghetto Boys' Mind Playing Tricks on Me. Master P excels in storytelling, Silk adds a unique perspective, and Mia X delivers standout grit, with Moby Dick's hook tying it all together. True shines most when the beats match their energy. There They Go and I Got Candy balance sinister and playful tones, with Silk bending his style impressively and Moby Dick adding smooth hooks. By contrast, songs like Ghetto Thang feel filler, uninspired verses over decent production. Feds reignites excitement, with C Murder finally meshing with Master P and Mia X, stealing the spotlight on the hook. Some tracks stumble due to length or weak chemistry, like the title track True to the Game, but the album also delivers undeniable highlights. Master P's solo Swamp is motivational, quotable, and energetic, a true centerpiece. Mia X dominates on tracks like Freak Hoes and It's My Time, flipping perspectives and showcasing her lyrical prowess. C Murder redeems himself on True Questions and Torture Chamber, proving growth in his storytelling and dark flow. Silk shines on storytelling cuts like Once Upon a Time, blending aggression and sinister flair. The album closes strong with The Lord Is Testing Me and Final Ride, combining paranoia, reflection, and vulnerability. TRU reflects on mortality, loss, and life in the streets, giving the project a somber, powerful conclusion. Overall, True to the Game is ambitious and mostly successful. The production is consistently dark and moody, Master P's versatility anchors the project, Silk's eccentric style adds excitement, C Murder improves as it progresses, and Mia X remains the MVP. Despite occasional chemistry issues, the album delivers enough storytelling energy and standout tracks to cement its status as a No Limit classic.
Fast living got me trapped in this street gang. Before I die, I hope I have a chance to make a change.
The I'm Bout It soundtrack kicks off strong with Master P's intro, which works perfectly as a transition into the first full track. It's classic P, talking as ish about No Limit being black owned and about to take over the game, but the energy sets the tone for what's next. From there, the soundtrack immediately hits beast mode with Meal Ticket, featuring Master P, 8-Ball and MJG, and UGK. This is one of the best opening songs on any No Limit project. The sinister beat, raw energy, and flawless performances make it an undeniable anthem. perfectly capturing the hustle for your meal ticket concept. Brotha Lynch Hung continues the darkness on Situation on Dirty, blending horrorcore vibes with street storytelling to create a uniquely chilling track. Mystical keeps the energy high on What Ya Think, his animated metaphor-packed flow pairing brilliantly with the sinister piano production. The album also leans on strong collaborations and regional flavor. Bay Area legends E40 and Be Legit shine on Come On, a smooth, catchy track. Then comes one of the label's most iconic moments, How You Do That, with Master P, Youngbleed, and C-Loke. The beat is insane, the hook legendary, and every verse hits. Fiend proves why he's such a standout on Don't Mess Around, delivering raspy, deranged, and melodic vocals that are full of passion and menace. Heartfelt cuts like If I Could Change with Master P and Steady Mobbin' and Max Lockdown show the soundtrack isn't just about aggression, it balances introspection with street grit. EA Ski's Faces of Death is pure fire, his vivid storytelling and aggressive delivery making it one of his best No Limit contributions. Unfortunately, the momentum dips in the second half. Tracks like Down and Dirty, Silk the Shocker, C Murder Mercedes, Skullduggery's Heat, and Ghetto Twins Murder feel generic, with uninspired verses and forgettable hooks. Luckily, Mia X redeems things on Much Love, flexing her versatility with heartfelt rap and smooth singing. Sons of Funk's Pushing Inside You and Moby Dick's That Thing Is On add R&B flavor, while Mr. Serv-On's Before I Die and C-Loke's Who's Who deliver strong dark storytelling and street reflections. The soundtrack closes with weaker offerings, Prime Suspect's Cops Running After Ya, Gambino Family's Why They Wanna See Me Dead, and JT the Bigger Figure's Game Tight, tracks that fail to leave a lasting impression. Overall, I'm About It starts incredibly strong, showcasing some of the best talent and most unique styles in the No Limit roster. The first half is packed with classics, while the second half is weighed down by filler. Still, the highs are so high that this soundtrack remains essential in the No Limit catalog, capturing the raw energy, variety, and dominance of the label at its peak.
Bitch, I'm a killer for real, X no joke. Slide niggas so fast and slow. I got to pop it and stop 'em 'cause
Silk the Shocker's debut album immediately stands out thanks to his unconventional, unpredictable style. His delivery is unique, at times confident and professional, at others hesitant or under the breath. But that very contrast gives him a charm that hooks listeners. Tracks like Mr. exemplify this blend, with an oddly captivating cadence that feels both amateurish and skilled at once. Similarly, on Ghetto Tears, his whispered under the breath verses create an intimate, tense energy that fits perfectly within the album's southern grit. Silk's aggressive, hype-driven flows are another highlight. He frequently switches from calm narration to bursts of intense energy, often stammering midline to amplify the impact. The title track of The Shocker is a prime example. His unorthodox flow paired with a sinister, perfectly matched instrumental makes this one of the album's standout moments. Another high point is If My Nine Could Talk, where dark, inventive production meets Silk's eccentric style, producing one of the most memorable tracks of his early career. The album also benefits from strong features and catchy creative production. Master P appears frequently, but never overshadows Silk. He serves more like a mixtape DJ, hyping the younger rapper and contributing solid verses without dominating. R&B acts like Moby Dick and Pure Passion shine on tracks like My Car, delivering catchy, polished vocals that contrast beautifully with Silk's rougher style. His performances mesh seamlessly with these hooks, making the collaborations feel cohesive rather than distracting. While some tracks falter slightly due to the polarizing nature of his style, overall, The Shocker is an impressive debut. Silk the Shocker's unique delivery, paired with standout production and well-chosen guest features, results in a record that's both intriguing and entertaining. It establishes him as a distinct voice in the No Limit roster, capable of holding his own alongside the label's heavy hitters.
Mr. Ice Cream Man, Mr. Ice Cream Man.
Master P's Ice Cream Man is a defining album that showcases his versatility as both an artist and a storyteller. The intro skit immediately sets the tone with murderous production, letting listeners know P runs his own label and is determined to dominate the game. That confidence carries through the album. The title track Mr. Ice Cream Man is a standout, blending smooth production, Moby Dick and Mia X's stellar vocals, and Master P's animated hype flow. The Ice Cream Man persona works on multiple levels, both as a cocaine supplier and as a rapper whose music is addictive. Silk the Shocker's unorthodox delivery fits surprisingly well here. Tracks like Time for a 187 and Half on a Bag of Dank highlight P's conversational style and hype energy, riding sinister beats while making even simple concepts entertaining. Collaborations elevate the album further. On Break 'Em Off Something, Pimp C and Bun B provide smooth counterpoints to Master P's animated delivery, creating an electric dynamic. Big Ed and Silk match P's intensity on How G's Ride, ride, riding a chill, cruise-ready beat. Emotional depth surfaces on No More Tears, where Master P dedicates a heartfelt tribute to his mother. His raw delivery combined with Moby Dick's haunting chorus makes it one of the most moving tracks in his catalog. Some tracks fall short of their potential. The Ghetto Won't Change, Player from Around the Way, and Sellin' Ice Cream have strong concepts, but lack the execution and energy of the album's best cuts. Yet Master P shines again on tracks like Time to Check My Crack House and Bout It Too. The former features a suspenseful beat, memorable New Jack City samples, and P's animated flow at peak performance. The latter elevates a TRU classic with Mia X and P snapping on new verses over a harder beat, both tracks executed flawlessly. The back half of the album keeps the momentum with songs like Back Up Off Me, where P's killer-like delivery matches the menacing production and never-ending game, a freestyle-feeling track that shows his natural flow. Watch These Hoes benefits from Moby Dick's catchy hook and standout guest verses, particularly Trey 8. Silk also gets shine on Bout That Drama, while tracks like Killer P grow on listeners with their twisted, unique concepts. The album closes strong with the passionate My Ghetto Heroes, where P reflects on street role models, and Skullduggery's raspy delivery adds weight. Overall, Ice Cream Man is a masterclass in Master P's animated unorthodox flow, combining street anthems, heartfelt reflections, and strong collaborations. A few filler tracks exist, but the highlights demonstrate why Master P was a force in shaping No Limit's legacy and Southern hip-hop at large.
Y'all thought it was over, but this on it up beginning. Thug niggas don't die, one born every minute too.
West Coast Bad Boys 2 stands out as one of the strongest compilation albums from Master P and the No Limit camp. The tracks flow cohesively, and the project highlights the mutual respect West Coast artists have for Master P, who brought them together under this banner. The album opens with a bang, as Master P pays homage to Tupac, who had passed just over a year prior to the project's release. The track is fascinating for its layered production, featuring multiple vocal samples from Tupac alongside a sample of Ambitious as a Rider. Over this unique instrumental, Master P delivers an energetic verse with intriguing flows, setting the tone for the compilation. From there, a wide array of West Coast artists shine, each bringing their own style. Brother Lynch Hung delivers a sinister, haunting performance on That's What I Said, while Mac Dre impresses with an animated, engaging flow on What Ya Like. Rappin' Forte's effortless performance on Ups and Downs glides over an upbeat G-Funk instrumental, and Selski, along with his features, provides smooth cruising vibes on Rolling on Vogues, perfect for neighborhood drives or chilling out. The album also embraces darker, more menacing themes. Homicide's alter ego, Mr. Dayton, dominates with aggressive, chaotic bars that depict mayhem and destruction, while Mr. Serv-On's Dead Man is one of the most chilling tracks of the compilation. On it, Serv-On raps about murder, disrespect, and moral decay with morbid precision, and Master P adds hype energy, elevating the track further. His delivery turns the sinister concept into a gripping listening experience. Southern No Limit artists also contribute strongly throughout, maintaining high energy and unique flows. While a few tracks don't appeal sonically, nothing here feels outright bad. Most songs are listenable and compelling due to the performer's individuality and distinct styles. Overall, West Coast Bad Boys 2 is arguably the best compilation in the No Limit catalog. The combination of strong features, creative production, and memorable performances makes it a standout project, perfectly capturing the cross-regional energy and raw talent that defined No Limit in the late 90s. Kane and Abel deliver an exceptional performance throughout Seven Sins, their chemistry amplified by the fact that they are twins. Their similar voices, flows, and delivery create a natural cohesion, resulting in virtually no weak performances on the album, a rare feat. Production is another major highlight. Each instrumental is used to its fullest, complementing the duo's aggressive yet versatile styles. On This Is the Life, dark atmospheric production sets a sinister tone, and Kane and Abel's vocal performances perfectly match the mood. Conversely, the album opens with the smooth, laid-back Gangstafied, which immediately puts listeners in a relaxed state while still delivering compelling verses from Kane, Abel, Master P, and featured artists. Moby Dick's soulful hooks elevate tracks like this even further, providing a heavenly contrast to the duo's grit. Kane and Abel excel at emotional depth. Black Jesus stands out as one of the most haunting and depressive tracks in No Limit history, exploring the pain of constant hardships while calling on an entity for answers. Silk the Shocker and Master P provide equally passionate features, enhancing the track's weight. Similarly, Abortion tackles familial disappointment, with Kane and Abel delivering heartfelt verses that convey real vulnerability and struggle. The album's versatility is another strength. On God and Guns, Kane and Abel adapt seamlessly to a New York-style boom-bap beat, proving they can thrive outside the typical No Limit sound. Mac delivers one of the project's best guest performances, effortlessly matching the boom-bap vibe with his southern cadence. The only notable misstep is Basement Session, a track featuring Mia X and two other female rappers with no contributions from Kane and Abel. While not bad, it interrupts the album's momentum and feels out of place compared to the rest of the cohesive project. Overall, Seven Sins is nearly flawless. Kane and Abel bring consistency, emotional depth, and technical skill, while the production is inventive and versatile. It's safe to say this is one of the strongest albums in the No Limit catalog, an impressive display of talent from start to finish.
Fools don't know what they fucking with, surrounded by professional killers with a sick click to mob moves.
Premeditated Drama was my introduction to steady mobbing, and right from the start, it was clear these guys could rap. Master P truly had an ear for talent. Bavgate's raspy flow pairs perfectly with Crooked Eye's sinister delivery, creating a duo with undeniable chemistry. The album opens with a skit that sets the tone, but it's Strongheart that immediately asserts their presence. The beat hits hard, with strange, almost cinematic sounds reminiscent of 007 GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64, and the catchy chorus emphasizes the need for resilience in Oakland. Bavgate and Crooked Eye deliver raw, authentic verses that back up the hook. Tracks like It's On, featuring Mystical, Fiend, and Master P, showcase No Limit at its finest. Each artist brings a completely different style. Mystical with his wild, intricate flow, Fiend with his sinister rasp, and Steady Mobbin holding their own effortlessly. Master P handles the chorus, providing presence without overshadowing the group. One of the standout tracks, Animosity, features a smooth yet hard-hitting sample-based beat over which Steady Mobbin float effortlessly. The concept is simple but effective. Haters will hate, but they'll thrive regardless. Bavgate's rasp and Crooked Eye's sinister delivery complement each other perfectly. Trouble with Richie Rich keeps the dark vibe alive with a Mission soundtrack-like beat, catchy hook, and another strong performance. Even the skits, like Kidnap Call and Call Back, add personality and entertainment instead of feeling like filler. Posse Cuts also shine. West to South is arguably one of the best No Limit group tracks, with an infectious West Coast bounce and flawless features from Master P, Kane and Abel, Mac, C-Murder, Silk the Shocker, and Steady Mobbin themselves. Clever lines, energetic deliveries, and dynamic chemistry make it a highlight of their era. The album shows versatility. Puff Puff Pass is a perfect get-high anthem with Friday movie samples, a female rap feature, and a melodic hook. Creative skits like The Dice Game provide humor and insight into the duo's mindset. Tracks like Check Your Nuts and Trying to Get Mine continue to showcase their raw energy, G-Funk-inspired production, and hustler mentality. Blood Money is another peak, featuring a cinematic instrumental and a creative concept where the duo raps as gangsters chasing cash, flipping the hook to the victim's perspective. Powerful, clever, and catchy. Lil Ends reflects on childhood influences and the environment that pushed them toward the streets, combining memorable production with chilling hooks. Features remain strong throughout, including dark and suspenseful cuts, like Up to No Good with Mia X, Master P, and Big Ed, and Block Monsters where Crooked Eye steals the spotlight. Even the spiritual tracks hit hard. Four Corners adds an apocalyptic twist, with male vocals enhancing the weight of Crooked Eye's standout verse. The album closes with the If I Could Change remix, a heartfelt reflection on escaping negativity, with emotional tweaks to the production and soulful hooks sealing the record. Every track is good or amazing. There's no filler. Steady Mobbin's chemistry is off the charts. The production is diverse and hard-hitting. The features elevate the album, and the skits entertain instead of detracting. Premeditated Drama is a phenomenal album, setting a bar for the label that few would surpass. And that's my definitive ranking of the top No Limit albums from the years 1996 to 1997. From Steady Mobbin's flawless Premeditated Drama to Master P's iconic Ice Cream Man, This list showcases the talent, creativity, and ambition that made No Limit a dominant force in the 90s hip-hop. These albums aren't just collections of songs, they're snapshots of a movement, reflecting the hustle, the street realities, and the entrepreneurial spirit of the label. What stands out across these projects is the variety, from dark, sinister vibes to heartfelt reflections, from innovative flows to unforgettable hooks. No Limit artists consistently pushed boundaries and left their mark. Even when albums weren't perfect, they still brought energy, personality, and originality to the table. This ranking isn't just about nostalgia, it's about recognizing artistry, innovation, and the moments that truly define the No Limit era. Whether you're a longtime fan or just discovering this catalog, these albums remain essential listening, a testament to the creativity and influence of No Limit Records.